Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome to my channel, Spiritual Dowsey. I'm Dowsey LeMay. Welcome to another Sunday spiritual chat video here on November 8th. Obviously, I'm following up on a very highly contested week, interesting, profound week where we had the U.S. election here, and all of us in the U.S. Definitely experienced that, and perhaps many of you guys who are listening to this internationally experienced that too as you watched what unfolded. Now, I kind of want to talk about that energy that was playing out and then what I foresee as we go along to kind of give you insight. And obviously these things are just what resonates with me. It doesn't have to resonate with you, so just take what you resonate with and leave the rest. So I'm going to reference my November video again, November energy update. If you haven't seen that, please go watch that, because that leads into a lot of things I'm going to be talking about here. The experience what we just had with the elections, exactly what I was talking about. We had a battle, we had a conflict, right? An energetic exchange between two different forces, of which a conflict ensued, and we are dealing with the aftermath of that, right? And that aftermath, that conflict drew out the deepest and darkest shadows of our consciousness. It drew out, unconsciously, it drew out a lot of the, I would say, hidden traumas that we were forced to deal with, that energy, right? And that space that we're dealing with is probably not easy for at least half of the population to digest. And so what I want to talk about in particular and remind folks here, if you're watching this, is that this is 2020, folks. And if you know anything about the year 2020 thus far, you know that hindsight 2020, you are being brought into focus about what is truly important to you. And the only way that is done is through paradigm shifts, paradigm shattering, and also dark night of the soul kind of things. You've had to look at everything in your particular life. And I'm going to say right now, it is no different. And so what you got is, for one set of the population, is getting a bit of relief, right? You're feeling relieved in the idea that, oh, our candidate had won and the world is going right and things are on track to be better. I'm gonna let you know that's not gonna happen. In fact, right now we have several planets in retrograde. In fact, Mercury just came out of retrograde and was going direct on November 3rd, on the election day, right? On top of that, we had Mars in retrograde, we had Neptune in retrograde, we had Uranus in retrograde, we had Chiron in retrograde, right? Those planets, Mars deals with war and conflict, Neptune deals with illusions, Uranus deals with sudden changes or sudden reality shifts, and Chiron deals with the wounded healer, all of which are in retrograde. And that is highlighting everything I just talked about. Through conflict and battles, your illusions are going to be shattered, and you're going to have a massive shift within your reality, of which, as a wounded healer, you are going to have to deal with the traumas of both yourself or the collective that it's going to be brought up, right? And so if you are having this illusion, this feeling that things are right now, I assure you this is just the beginning. The energy in November is just starting. We just got through November, folks. We're just getting into it. We still have the 11/11 gate. We still have the solar eclipse here at the end of November, all of which are energetic portals, highly enveloping us, saturating us with high energetics, which is only going to what? Increase the speed at which you vibrate and draw out the dark densities for you to combat. And my guess, my expectations, is that what you feel now is going to be very short-lived, and that people's realities are going to be shattered. Your paradigms, the things that you thought, are all going to be taken away from you, and you are going to be left with what? Your traumas to have to deal with. This is no different than what's going to happen collectively and individually, but also with the planet. I have had many dreams, I'm sure many of you guys, and there's been lots of other people out there, about dreams around water. Water shifting around this planet, water washing over things. Water is cleansing. Water is transmutative and clears energy. Just like a shower or a bath, it takes things away. I expect as the energies to move on, Mother Earth or Gaia Sophia herself will shake. Water will move. It will clear out densities. So just be mindful that this is just the beginning. We are nowhere near the end of what I would call a massive energetic exchange shift for our reality, and it's going to be brought front and center with you. So if you're feeling this little bit of reprieve, understand that is an illusion brought about by Neptune, and you're going to have this Uranus type of energy with conflict, and the Chiron thing is going to be playing out, and these energetic gates are going to impact that even tenfold. So just a little shot across the bow, a little warning, not in fear, but just to let you know that don't get all set up easily. This is going to be a very trying time, and you are going to see shock and awe come across your reality and the collective. All right. So what I like to do is always talk about the energy going into the week, and the same concept is being played out, right? We have a conflict battle energy happening outside into the reality. This is going to be coming about again individually. We have conflict energy happening within us, right? We have the mental side, the emotional side, all these different things are going to be combating within our energetic field, and we are going to be in anguish, right? So all this dark rooted stuff is going to be pouring out of us, and yet we need to let go and look at our attachments and the traumas and the things that we were tightly gripped on to allow us to kind of release this and utilize the energy that is really beneficial for us to move forward and create. But we can't use that in our highest good, in our highest prosperity, in our highest purpose, if we're clinging on to conflict energy and attachments that won't let us go any further, right? So through this process, through this week, we are going to need to find the heart space. The heart chakra is going to be the most active space for all of us that are going to be dealing with. You may end up feeling lots of tension going on in the heart space. And if that's the case, you're getting restriction there. That means you're judging. That means that you're placing, I would say, fear, rejection, whatever it is in your reality. And we are going to need to truly find forgiveness for a lot of aspects, mostly for ourselves, but for the way other people have. Now, this is applying to both sides of the fence here. If you're red or blue, whatever. We are going to need to find forgiveness on both sides, because right now what you think is playing out is not what it's playing out. It is an illusion, and it's going to be shattered, and many of us are going to have to confront that and have to give forgiveness for some of the judgments that we have made. So you have to be free. You have to free yourself from judgment. That allows you to freely love, and the heart space is going to be where you're going to need to focus. Again, I'm highlighting everything in my November energy update video. And lastly, as I had been dealing with the energies of this week, and without a doubt, I'm human. I kind of got tied up into that. And obviously, after October, Halloween, what do we get? A whole bunch of Halloween candy. I was consuming sugar. And here I am with adult acne trying to deal with this. This particular week, I think I was reminded in meditation, I was looking at the energy and feeling what's happening there. I was reminded one of the first messages I received from one of my guides, and that was that you affect your reality. You affect the frequency of which your environment is. You are the creator, sending out a frequency that's affecting your reality. So what that means is that instead of getting tied up into a lot of the things that's being played out, and I had talked about this in a couple videos back, is that sometimes it may be best to kind of step out of that energy, right? Step out of that, stop engaging with that, and find a better place that is the intention and the awareness is for more constructive space. So what do I mean in this particular case is that if you're getting sucked into that conflict energy and all this angst and anxiety that's likely going to continue to play out, then what I would recommend is remember that you're the creator. And so take a step back and get into a meditative space. And in that meditative space, I want you to imagine drawing all this light into your physical body. And that light is unconditional love and light. It's white, it's bright, and it's coming in your body and filling you up with love. And then what I want you to do is send that out into the world with the idea that this light is going out into the world for the highest good of everybody, right? And through that intention, you're just kind of you're stepping up your consciousness in beyond duality, and you're doing it for the highest good and purpose of everyone existing on this planet. And that allows you to know that whatever transpires out, whatever happens in your environment was for the highest good of you and for the highest good of the collective. And therefore you can surrender to that energy without having to get sucked into the idea of conflict, right and wrong, justice, etc. All right? That being able to do that would be really beneficial as you go along. In addition, utilizing a lot of this energy and to be able to maybe create action that would be in beneficial use, is that I would say, in addition to that kind of thinking of sending light and love out, is that start imagining what this world, what you would like your life to be like if you had peace, happiness, joy, all the things that you desired in your life now. What would that feel like? What would society be like? What would your reality be like? And in that energetic space, I want you to hold on to that energy and let that sit within your energetic field. And then when you're done with that, take action in that energy. That would really be beneficial for you, the collective, finding peace and love and happiness. So I hope that helps you wherever you guys are. Understand this is 2020, folks, and we are still trying to find what is truly worthy and important for us as we go along, and it's not even close to over. So reach out to me, spiritualdowsy@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram or Facebook, or subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. I got plenty of videos there. I love you. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.